They'll run down the hill in one of the most storied entrances in all of college football. Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers since 1945. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Virginia Cavaliers taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Cavaliers will put total leather to crank us up. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Clemson's offense takes the field. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you'd build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on 3rd down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter because he's got great hands and that big frame you can really utilize.
To the ground with the back. Oh, he got loose. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one.
It was a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position, being an every down back. And that's exactly what this guy embodies.
Stuffed almost in his track, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put 1 mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the 1st down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Powell. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that 1st down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the 1st down marker. Get in there and get it.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the 2nd level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Some misdirection with the counter. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
And this offense has got all working. Right, it's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Clemson now operating in the red zone. Here's the handoff. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Virginia's offense will go to work for the first time today. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. It's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
Hold it.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. They'll leave it with him. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to throw, it's Schneider. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Cavaliers send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes a move. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll put the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He lost one down the sideline. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Good awareness by the defense. In this situation on the field, you know there's coordinators that like to try to take shots deep down the field and catch you napping, but the defense was ready for that one.
After the missed connection, it's second down. On the run, it's Reese. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
How many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
Wants to pass. Got it. And he's forced out of bounds just short of the goal line. They'll stop him at the 1.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The jet sweep pass. Knocked off his feet.
Really good job by the defense seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. Flips it out in the flat. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Back to throw, it's Schneider. They're trying to get to it. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. The Cavaliers will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Gets it out quickly. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Offense gets set for 2nd down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Quick release by the QB. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
He wants to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, the offense is in that fringe area. This is a place where a lot of coordinators like to take shots. They tried one there, just weren't able to come up with it.
After the misfire, now on second down. The give to the back. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Fires left. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Clemson looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The completion well past the sticks. Tackled, but he has a 1st down. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
On the run, fires downfield. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. Keeps looking downfield. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
It's tough, man. On 3rd down, you're trying to throw against a nickel defense who've got extra DBs on the field, and it's just a lot faster. The window's closed so much quicker. So good job not seeing it open. Just take off and get what you can get now, setting up a 4th and very manageable situation.
On 4th down, going to the air. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. The give out of the gun. Hines is way ahead for 3 out to the 16. And the Cavaliers will hustle to the line. Off the play fake. Moves around to clear up the vision. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he's... safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Illegal flag in the back. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A 1st down for the offense. Gonna run it. It's April. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Got him downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Cavaliers are on the move.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Dropping back, it's Schneider. Bought a little time, lets it go. How about... hand in there and force the incompletion. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They're going to throw it again. He's got his man. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. They're going back to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Motion from the offense. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He's there to make the stop. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Looking for the score. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive things.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
And now on second down for this offense. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, he'll let it fly. It's caught downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. This guy has the look of the next big play receiver at Clemson, in the vein of T. Higgins or Mike Williams.
Or DeAndre Hopkins or Sammy Watkins. I mean, the list is pretty lengthy of guys that are big, explosive, fast, and they can really win on the outside. And Clemson, as much as anybody, they can catch the ball, spin it to those guys, let them go make plays.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Dumps it off in the flats. Just causing wreckage in the secondary. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Clemson.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Gage. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
They try to pop a run on the draw. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Schneider. Buying some time. He'll pull it down and run. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
Why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football, David.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
2nd and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. Fires deep on the run. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Now adjusting. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that 1st down. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. They're bringing heat. Hit as he throws. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Coming after it. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to pass. It's Schneider. Looking for a big play. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Cavaliers will line up to punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Comes out throwing on first down. Lost one deep down the right side. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. The Tigers will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first.
Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Not able to get loose on the return, but what a play to put his team in business at the 33.
That's a bit of a gut punch if you're the offense, because you went in at halftime, you made your adjustments, you're feeling good about your game plan coming here in the second half, and right away you throw an interception to the defense.
He's got it on the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Wants to fire on second down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man down the middle. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Headed to the end zone. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Quarterback checking off. Back to the air one more time. Caught near the sticks. It's Abraham. Touchdown, Clemson! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half-second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing.
Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. And that Clemson defensive front getting their paws on dudes and making their presence felt.
And, Reese, that's how they built their dynasty. I mean, I know the offense was flash and sizzle and was really good, but, man, it's the Dexter Lawrence and the Christian.
Just slithered through the tackle and he's got room to run. Running wide open down the gut of the field. The Cavaliers want to move quickly.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
Getting some heat. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap. Try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After the missed field goal, still down by 21 points. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly, Dave.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
Really nice job by the defense. Understand, that QB starts to roll out to his right. I got to continue to play the deep pass down the field. I can't just run up and try to go tackle him. Nice coverage down the field, which led to the incompletion.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
That is the exact situation that every defense draws up. I want you in 3rd and long. I want you in a predictable passing situation. But I don't want you with that guy, because that guy can run around, scramble, buy time, make third and long look like third and short, and pick up a first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called
Touchdown Tigers! And the beatdown has ensued. On to attempt the try. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
35, Virginia, 7.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Dances away from one.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Rides to the back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior. On the ground.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. And the Cavaliers will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're
looking for a deep man. And this will be caught at the 30. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. They'll try it over the left side. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Now from inside the red zone. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to throw. It's Schneider trying to get to it. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you've got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
Let's see what they do on 3rd down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
The Cavaliers will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Slips through the line. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
And big-time play by this defensive line, setting the line of scrimmage, getting the stop, forcing the fourth down. Now, I think I got a pretty good idea, Palmer, that, well, if you're calling plays, if I'm calling plays, well, really, if anybody's calling plays, I'm thinking green light.
Yeah, so let's see if the defensive line can do it again. You just saw it on that last play. Can they bow up one more time, make a game-changing and a momentum-changing type play to give the football back to their offense?
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Now on second down. To the air. It's Pitts. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field. Fourth quarter, I'm trailing. Is it go time now, or do I trust my defense?
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Line gets set, first down. They'll give it to the back. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The give to the back. Pulled down after a pickup of 5. A statement run in the red zone to the 13.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Pulls and fired complete. Touchdown, Tigers! And the punishment has been extended. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's good. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
He finds his man.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on him, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And here comes the offense on second down. Back to throw, it's Pitts. Dumps it to the back. Working that left side now. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. And the Cavaliers come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. And this sophomore quarterback just put it out there a little too far.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. That's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before you snap a lot of times where you're going with the football. And sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long. And right there, I think he did. He'd probably want that throwback.
Fires to the wideout. Going to throw it to the right. He's got his man. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. He'll just keep slinging it. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. It's good. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Fair catch, called for and made. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. The give and tick, 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 tick. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Right back to the well. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
They go to the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming.